Woo! Good morning, y'all. Trying to get my day started. Y'all hear the car turning on and the defrost turning on, everything getting started, man. I got to get my day going in a minute, but man, I'm going to get right into it, man, because the basketball landscape just took a huge shift, bro. And I'm going to do the best I can to talk about it a little briefly while my car warm up. But hey, if you don't know, I don't know how that came on. Ooh, don't copyright me. That wasn't supposed to come on like that. But anyways, if you don't know, and sorry if you hear this in the back, it's cold. But anyways, let's get right into it. Yeah, if you don't know, basically the court ruled that they're going to allow junior college players to keep all 4 years of their eligibility after completing a year or even 2 years of junior college basketball. Meaning that if I myself was a junior college player coming out of a Juco and I do what would be considered my freshman and sophomore year of Juco, if I get a scholarship to Cal, I still have 4 years of eligibility. I don't have just 2 years of eligibility like it was before. And that is I'm not, like, everybody's happy, and they should be. If you're a junior college athlete, you should be thrilled right now. But this is going to affect a lot of things in basketball that I'm just not quite sure that people are really, truly thinking about. Now, obviously, the obvious level that takes a hit, right, is high school. And it was already hard for high school with the transfer portal. Now, if you're not a pro, and I'm talking top 100 in the country, if you're not an AJ type that just committed to BYU, if you're not the Boozer twins, if you're not a Jason Crow out of Inglewood, if you're not a Elijah Arenas, Gilbert Arenas' son, if you're not a Cooper Flagg type, if you're not a LeBron James type that when he was in high school, or a Jalen Green when he was in high school, or Derrick Rose, you guys get the point. If you're not those types, you're probably guaranteed to go JC. Because as a college coach, if I'm a Division I coach, if I know that I can get a junior college kid and I still possibly may have 4 years with them, there is no reason to take a 17 or 18-year-old kid that may more than likely not be ready right off the bat. Most freshmen don't play. The only ones that play are the ones that probably got pro in them. Majority of these colleges that got freshmen on their roster are definitely sitting and or redshirting. So now with this, those guys, you're not going to see no more. Those guys that you see on these D1 rosters that are freshmen, don't play, sit for a year and a half, 2 years, they're wiped. Done. They're done. I don't see, I could be wrong, but I really just don't see D1s taking a high school kid that is not ready to contribute at a very high, elite, efficient level fresh out of high school. So that's number one. So now, if that's going to be the case, what about AAU? How does that affect AAU? How are you going to, now, when I say affect AAU, I'm not talking about the EYBO. Those are pros for the most part. I'm not talking about even 3SSB. Those are pros. You can even say the same a little bit for Under Armour. But everything outside of that is definitely taking a hit. I don't care what anyone says, bro. Everything outside of those platforms that have and still do produce high-level pros, you're taking a hit. Because and when I say hit, I mean, like, I'm not saying that coaches won't still come and look, but I'm going to tell you what you're going to see. You mark my words. And it's already happened this way, but I think you're going to see more of this. You're going to see D1 coaches come to these events. They're going to come to these events. They're going to recruit from these AAU teams. And you know what they're going to do, the D1 coaches? They're going to be suggesting where these kids should go to Juco. You're going to see a mid-major school come to your game, watch you play, like what they see, and they're going to say, you know what? Hey, they'll call the JC coach and say, hey, man, I really like this kid on this such and such AAU team. I think you guys should go in on him. We'll recruit him from you guys. This is what people are not realizing. The culture of AAU, the lack of coaching. I watched the draft last year, and I watched Woj and Stephen A. Smith and a couple others talk about it on the panel on the draft night, and they talked about how the prep schools and the AAU programs, and I'm paraphrasing this, were basically not doing enough teaching in comparison to the overseas players. Because if you notice in the draft last year, there were a lot of overseas guys going before American-born players. And I watched Woj and the ESPN panel at the time basically talk about the prep landscape of how these guys are transferring and not getting enough teaching and coaching, and how the average local community high school that may have good coaching have taken a huge hit because everybody's going prep and then the AAU's taking over. And when I seen that be talked about on live television, I told myself, oh, something's about to change, something's about to happen. I don't know what it was going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but I knew something was going to happen when they went on that ESPN panel on draft night and talked about that. I knew something was going to happen. What this does now is this puts the junior college coaches in 100% power. This puts them in power. So now a D1 coach don't have to deal with the prep or the AAU as much. Yeah, they might have a relationship with certain guys, certain coaches, and they may have respect for them. So I'm not saying that they still won't talk to them or deal with them. They will, because they know that, you know, they get the players on the grassroots level. They still will deal with them. But this is the thing. They're going to tell those kids that they like to go where they trust, where the D1s trust and have the relationships with JUCOs, certain JUCOs. They're going to be sending them there more than ever. Like I said, they've been doing that, but it's going to be more than ever now. They want to now they're going to make sure that these younger players, high school players, are going to go through the cracks of getting better coaching and are going to get way more time to mature. So instead of sitting on our bench waiting your turn as a freshman and shirting and all that, you're going to be going to JC. No more sitting on the bench. We need 10 guys that can play right away. That's what's going to happen. That is 1,000%. That's what's going to happen. And I see AAU taking a huge hit from this. I really do. And I'm an AAU guy, but I'm also a JC coach. So I'm kind of like, hey, it's whatever. We've been kind of gearing towards this way without giving too much detail. But I think AAU is going to take a huge hit from this. Some people may disagree, but I just don't see how it's not going to take a hit if you are not in that top 100 ballpark. I think you're going to have to go JC. If you're an AAU coach, you're going to have to really start talking to your local JUCO that's down the street that you was big timing. It's going to happen now, because it's not going to be as easy for kids to get scholarships. It's going to be even harder. It was already harder with the portal. Now I got 4 years of eligibility after I go JC. Your live period better be filled up with national JUCOs, buddy. That's all I can say. Your live periods better be filled up with all them national JCs. Because if it's not, it's going to be a lot of long conversations with parents that's been lied to over the years. So I think in a weird way, it's a good thing, because it's putting everybody to the fire. No more lying. No more BSing, no more offering because of favors, no more fake offering. Come on, man, we got to be real about this. The landscape of AAU was getting a little nasty out here. It was. So this eliminates majority, or if not all of that. You got to be real all the way around. You got to be legit ready. They're not taking you. So very interesting day. If you guys are not looking at this thing fully, just wait and see. You'll see the effects of it. Give it about 2 years. I think it goes into effect, August 1st of 2025, I believe. Just wait. It's going to take a huge effect. Everybody's going to see. I'm gonna have my popcorn ready because I've been preaching development in my program for years, and that's not gonna change because I know at the end of the day that has always been the most important thing. So now we're gonna have to sit back and watch. A lot of these programs have to change up what they've been doing. So that's all I got, man. I'm gonna get going, get my day started. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We out.